I have just bought myself another absolute little dinger. Well, it didn't do that before. What was that? They're sloppy, but stiff. I've got a bad mind, I shouldn't. Anyway. Oh God, that's not good, is it? This is a proper little bargain. I think so anyway. We're gonna have a little look around it, see what you guys think as well. Welcome to the channel, by the way. If you are new here, my name's Bill. I buy and sell cheap little cars, just like this one. And yeah, if you're a regular subscriber, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. So what have we got here? We got ourselves a 2001 Volkswagen Polo. I'll tell you why I think this is such a bargain in just a second, but let's walk around it. First of all, let me just turn the lights off actually. We'll get inside. First of all, I'll show you inside actually. As soon as we get inside, as you can see, just turn that off. It is missing the, what's that thing called? Door card. It is missing the door card, but I have been advised it is in the boot. Not that I'm able to open the boot at the moment, so I'm gonna get the key on that in a minute. If you have a look at the bodywork, it is a little bit shabby in places, but let's be honest, if I resell this car, it's going to be a cheap little first car for someone. So the bodywork on little first cars like these that are going to be cheap, it doesn't really matter too much. You want reliability, don't you? If you think about it, your first car, you're going to ding it, you're going to batter it, you might get a few little supermarket dents here and there and stuff like that. But as a parent, if you're buying your first car for your child or whatever, you kind of care more about reliability, don't you? Let me know if you think I'm wrong with that in the comments. But yeah, it is a 2001 Volkswagen Polo. I've just bought it. I paid the grand total of £150 for this car. Now, I'll tell you why I think that's a bargain. Not because it's a good car. It's a little bit rough, as you've seen already, and the engine sounds a little bit rough, but hopefully something Market Myers Motors can sort out. But I'll tell you why I think it's a bargain. If we just turn the ignition on and we come in here, I don't know if you guys can see that on that camera, but that is a full tank of fuel. We've done it again, guys. We've bought a car with a full tank of fuel. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, shall I say, I bought a Kia Picanto. I paid 350 quid for that car. That car actually just sold today for £650. But that had a full tank of fuel, 10 months MOT, 2 keys. Really nice car, really nice first car for someone. A nice lady from just down the road came and bought it today. As I said, paid 650 quid for it. It's going to be an ideal little runaround for her. But yeah, seem to keep buying cars cheap at the moment with a full tank of fuel. But a full tank of fuel means that I must have bought this car for about 75 quid. It has done, let's turn the engine on, by the way. It has done, oh, it bloody cut out. Oh God, that's not good, is it? Oh dear. Well, it didn't do that before. What was that? So I can assure you this car was running and driving absolutely perfect about 10 minutes ago when I got it here. I should mention it hasn't got an MOT, so I haven't driven this car on a public road. That would be naughty. But yeah, it sounds a bit rough now, doesn't it? It's revving all right, but it sounds a little bit lumpy. I'm not too sure what's going on there. The guy that I did buy it off got it given to him from his brother-in-law. He said that it didn't run when he bought it. He changed the spark plugs and it fired straight up. So it might have something to do with that. We are going to get to the bottom of that because this car is going over to see Market Myers Motors. So he's going to inspect it, see whether he thinks it's worth MOTing and obviously selling on. And hopefully he can investigate what's going on with that engine, because it doesn't sound too healthy at the moment, does it? But like I said, it was running and driving absolutely fine just now. Now, it has done 88,000 miles. Which for a car from 2001, what is it, a GL51 OSO, for a car from 2001 or 2002, that's pretty low mileage. It's pretty reasonable mileage, I think so. Anyway, so 88,000 miles. Let's take a look under the bonnet and see what we can see. So here we've got the 1.4 multi-point injection Volkswagen engine, and it doesn't sound too bad, but it does sound like it's chugging a little bit, or I wouldn't say knocking. Is that a knock? That's not a knock, is it? Because you would hear it when you accelerate, and if you accelerate, there's nothing wrong with it. So I think what we're going to do is clean it up. We get this car nice and clean. We have obviously got the jet wash over there, so we'll get this car nice and clean, inside and outside. We will then get it over to Mark at Myers Motors. Let's just shut this for now. We'll get it over to Mark at Myers Motors and we'll let him investigate it. But I just wanted to come on, say, what do you guys think? £150. I think that's a bit of a bargain. Although I'm not 100% sure now because of that bloody starting issue. Tyres, just walking around checking the tyres. That tyre's good. That tyre's good. This tyre is very good. And this tyre, not so good, but that doesn't matter. It means we're going to need a tyre, I'd imagine, for the MOT. It does knock when you're going over bumps. As I said, I did drive it on a private road and it was bumping. But yeah, we're going to have to get to the bottom of what is going on with that chugging noise, because I mean, it sounds completely fine now, but it did struggle to start. Let's just turn it off and turn it back on. Oh, see, he's cutting out again. Yeah, see, that does not want to stay started. And now it's revving again, so that's all right. Anyone in the comments, get in the comments, let me know what you think. Maybe we could diagnose this ourselves through YouTube. It has got a check engine light on and an airbag light on. That other light is for the handbrake, which, by the way, is nearly non-existent. It has got this Sony Bluetooth head unit as well. That and a full tank of fuel. I mean, even if you took that out and siphoned the fuel out, you're not going to lose money on this car. I think scrap on this car is £144. I gave the fella 150. It has got the logbook and the spare key, and it looks like some paperwork with it too. Not too sure what is there in the name of service history. And like I said, it has got a door card in the boot. Let me know what you guys think. Is that a bargain? In fact, let's leave the door open so it don't lock itself. Have to smash the bloody window. Listen to that. That's a bit rattly, doesn't it? It's not got a timing chain on these. I don't think. I'm 99% sure they're a cam. Oh, can you hear me? I'm 99% sure they're a cam belt on these. So I don't know what that rattling would be. Maybe it's a loose exhaust shield or something, because it is, like I said, it's revving. Completely fine. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to leave the video there. We'll get it over to Mark at Myers Motors in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see if this passes its MOT, etc. I'll see you in the next one, and much love as always, guys. Mwah.
A few moments later.
Only me again. I've just gone to lock it. Doesn't seem to lock either. Let's see if the spare key locks it. Let's jump in here. Where are you, spare key? Let's get in here, let's get in here, let's get in here. Oh, you open it that way. Okay. Let's see if the spare key does it. Let's put the spare key in and turn. Nothing. Yeah, on second thoughts, I'm not too sure whether I should have actually bought this or not. It's got a funny, dodgy engine making a funny noise. We're yet to discover what that is. The central locking don't work. It needs the door card fitted. It looks a little bit rusty in some places, but I haven't investigated that properly yet. Again, when we get down to Mark, I'm sure he'll be able to elaborate on that. Definitely needs like a ball joint or something, because it's knocking when you drive it. And the gear selector, I think the linkages, I think there's something wrong with them, because they're sloppy but stiff. I've got a bad mind. I shouldn't. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. I suppose for 150 quid, it's worth it. It's worth taking a risk, isn't it? For 150 quid. Let me know what you guys think. See you in the next one.